But again, it's a job where I'm working for tips. And it's just tough. I hate working for tips because I got to trust you, you know? And even when you get like a good tip, it usually means something wild's about to happen, right? Like when I had that like 30% cash, you know? So I'm like looking at that cash and I'm feeling the best I've ever felt in my entire life. So I tell my manager I'm going to take my 15 so I can go outside and rub it all over my face. I might even eat a little bit of it because I'm balling now. But then before I go back to the linen closet and I grab the handgun so I can fire it in the air in triumph. And then as I'm walking through the kitchen to go out the back door, that's when a bunch of ICE agents break in. And like the kitchen staff scatters because it's a kitchen in New York and not a diner in Wyoming. But then I realize I'm the only one standing there with a gun. And like these guys in the kitchen staff, like these are my brothers in arms. So I have a decision to make. So I start taking out the ICE agents one by one. And I'm holding a gun like this because I've never held a gun before. And I'm not shooting to kill, but I ain't shooting to miss neither. So I subdue the targets and I start walking out the back door and over my shoulder I yell out, "Viva la Mexico!" And the line cook Felipe's like, "I'm Colombian, you dick." But like now I'm a fugitive on the run. Your tip money only takes me as far as Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania before I run out and have to turn myself in. So I go into a Panera Bread where I want to get a half sandwich, half salad. Which, yeah, that sounds like a simple meal, but you know what? I used to be a simple guy before I started working in the service industry. And then as I put the order in and I contemplate what's about to happen, I lock eyes with the girl and we fall madly in love and she's got her daddy's credit card and nothing to lose and we just go on the run together and I don't know why, but I love it. The problem is we have a credit card, so every time we swipe it, they just find out where we are. So then we go all the way down to the Grand Canyon, which, yeah, that does sound like a dead end, but I'm going to propose to her with the engagement ring I took from the Lost and Found, which, yeah, I know Carol wanted it, but also I called dibs 90 days ago, so it's now mine, Carol. And then the cops have us surrounded. And in a last-ditch effort, I yell out, "It wasn't me, it was the one-armed man." And they're like, "That's a dated reference." And I'm like, "So are your police tactics." And they're like, "Burn," because, you know, I'm just doing this job to try and be a comedian, you know what I mean? But then instead of turning ourselves in, we jump back in the car and we spin the car around. And I say, "You into the end, babe?" She goes, "I'm into the end, babe." We start driving towards the cliff's edge. But then I you know, as the dust kicks up, I push her out because she's pregnant with my unborn child. And, you know, he's got a legacy to fulfill. And so she makes her escape, and I keep driving towards that cliff's edge, and a tear comes to my eye because today is that day, but I'm going out on my terms, and I go flying over the cliff's edge, and then right before impact, I remember that you asked for hollandaise sauce on the side, and I still gave it to you as is twice, and like you still tip 30%, and it's like, wow, there really are good people out there, and then just... It's just tough to do day in and day out, you know? It's tiring.